Welcome to another edition of Rivals. I'm Scott Mitchell, and this is Jason Bucks. Rivals has arrived, and now it's time to go to Columbus, Ohio, and the Buckeyes of Ohio State, and their coach, Urban Meyer, who has decided to throw in the towel, and for health reasons, he's retiring after the Rose Bowl this season. Will not coach any longer at Ohio State. Look, Jason, this has happened before. So, you know, if a guy is unhealthy, fine. But do you think there might be something more to this with all the drama that's happened this year? And then you look at Florida when Urban was at Florida and he left supposedly for health reasons, kind of swearing he'd never coach again, and then he shows up at Ohio State.
Yeah, and I think part of that was Ohio State was his dream job. You know, since a child, Ohio State was his dream job.
I know that it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So do you fake injuries? Do you fake being sick so you can work to get your dream job? Is that what's going on here?
Well, that could have been on that one. Knowing the opening was probably there. There could have been a little wink and fake sickness, if you will, on that one. I don't think now, you know, I've seen coaches, and I know you have too, that have coaching's a super stressful job, and it's hard on the family, and it is hard on health. Even though a guy is skinny like Urban Meyer or like Gary Anderson that we know, you know, and you see, Gary at Utah State getting ready for the BYU game and, you know, passes out during the week, and they just put so much stress on themselves, and you see coaches die early of heart attacks. You're like, man, that guy was kind of skinny and in good shape, and that stress really gets to him. So I think the health concerns are legit.
Don Shula's still around. He's in like his 80s. He's they
knew how to handle the stress.
I guess. I don't know. But, I agree with you that it is stressful for coaches.
And sometimes you have a wife at home that's saying, and let's just say there are some health concerns there, and your little sweetheart's at home, and she's like sitting there every time at night he comes home and says, you know what, you're going to be done with this. We're going to have a long life, you know, ahead of us without football. It's not worth it. And, there's another conversation going on in the home if there are some health issues. And his sweetheart is, sitting there pulling at him going, I want you here with me. So I think the health concerns are legit.
Urban's young.
Yeah.
I mean, he could just go on to like an 83% winning percentage in football.
Absolutely.
I mean, everywhere he's gone, he's been extremely successful. He's really young. He could go down as the greatest football coach in college football. Not now. But if he were to stay and to do it,
he could be in there with Bear Bryant.
And this is
the great ones, right?
His family, Jason, they're a football family.
Yeah.
They all bought into football. I don't think he has any kids at home anymore. And they know
the game.
They know that this is part of the deal. There isn't a better situation to be in than Ohio State in the country. I mean, it's one of the top. It
doesn't get better now.
No, it's one of the top 3-4 programs historically in the country. It's his dream job.
Yeah.
And so, is it something else? Could it be this whole Zach Smith thing that happened last summer, with the him kind of hiding it, or maybe not handling it the right way?
Not handling it right, for sure.
I don't really care for the way they handled it at all. I think it was really poor. Basically, Urban was saying that his wife was ultimately that's what he was saying, because his wife had received the text messages. And she didn't share them with him, and that actually happened. And anyways, I'm getting off track here, but is there more to that though?
Are
there more people that are just saying we don't like how Urban handled this, and he's getting a lot of flack, a lot of heat from it?
Yeah.
Is he kind of feeling like maybe he's worn out his welcome in Columbus, and maybe it is time to move on?
I don't think he's worn out his welcome. I think that's absolutely a punch in the gut. I mean, it would be. He's a very loyal guy. Right, and he was trying to be loyal to his coach, and maybe he didn't get all the information, like you said, without retrying that. I think, the Urban Meyer that I know, and I don't know him personally, but what I know of him, I think he's an honorable, loyal man to the end, and would never have done anything intentionally. So there might have been some mismanagement there, but I think the political correctness of it and the heat, the national heat that comes upon you at that time, a lot of it can be unfair, and I think it's probably a real punch in the gut. And he's like, man, is this really worth it? I can go be a commentator and make a couple million a year, and have a lot of vacation time in the off season and have, make a little less money, but, have a lot better lifestyle with my family, and I don't need this crap.
And we're not trying to say that, like, there's nothing wrong with Urban or, because if there are real health concerns, that's the number one priority. We don't want anything to happen that way.
Number one, because this is speculation. If there is truly health concerns.
And the reason we're speculating is because there have been other issues. That's all. He's had health issues in the past that, as he talked about them at the time, you'd say, wow, this is like, he'll never recover from this. It was rather dramatic when he left Florida. And now it's kind of it's the same kind of thing, and you wonder, is this Peter crying wolf again, or if there really are those health concerns? And here's why I'm a little concerned, because if they were so dramatic and they were so bad, you wouldn't be coaching on the sideline. It's just what I think. I think that maybe some of it's maybe a little bit overemphasized, a little over dramatized than maybe what it really is. Who knows? And I'll probably eat my words down the road because, maybe he's really sick and we don't know that. But
and we may never know for sure, in the end, because there'll always be that little bit of suspicion there. But, man, the health concerns, you and I both seen coaches in the NFL die in their 50s or early 60s, just like
a lot of guys,
a lot of guys. And you're like, whoa, that guy never should have passed away. I knew that guy, and the heart attack got him at 58 or whatever. And some of it's hereditary, but a lot of it's that stress part of the whole coaching deal. They're in there sleeping on cots and going till 3 a.m. and getting 2 hours of sleep and back up at 6 and loading up on caffeine or tobacco or whatever else, and going through the day to stay up and keep the stress of the job and the pressure and moving from town to town every 2 years. And the coaching world's a tough one.
There's another side of this, too, that to consider. There's an early signing period, and there's been people out there that are speculating and saying, hey, you don't want to go to Ohio State. Urban Meyer is not going to coach next year. There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of things that other
the whisper campaigns during recruiting
that tried to get guys away from Ohio State. And Ryan Day, their offensive coordinator, who's this young and up and coming coach, they really like him at Ohio State, and he's going to now be the coach for the Buckeyes. And there was a lot of concern that he might get away and he might go to another place because there's always going to be high-profile jobs show up. So part of the announcement of all of this was actually to kind of nip some of that stuff in the bud and just be able to make it very clear the direction of Ohio State football moving forward. So that's part of the reason.
On the early announcement.
I do have one more thought about this, and I'm curious what you think, and that's this. Urban left Florida because he knew he had his eye on Ohio State. And so now he's been to Ohio State.
Absolutely.
Is there another program? Is there another job out there that he has his eye on, that maybe he's having conversations, back channel conversations, and said, look, it's time to move on from Ohio State. I've done everything I possibly could do. What program out there you might think would fit Urban Meyer? And I'm not, and you got to think, as big as they come kind of programs, what one might it be?
Dude, you know what? If I'm ever king, you're going to be like my number one advisor, because you've got this like devious mind that just like,
it's not devious. It's just
like thinks of everything, right?
Well,
he's like my.
It's what quarterbacks do.
He's like
Jason.
my Merlin. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. No, you know what? I think that's gonna be really cool to see because he's young enough. He could sit out for a couple years, like he did out of Florida.
He's really young,
right? He could sit out for a couple years, like he did in Florida, do commentating, wait in the wings, and you're saying, jump a LSU, USC type job. One of the.
It's funny you mentioned LSU, and it's funny you mentioned USC because in my mind, those were the two programs that I thought, you know what, this could really. This could be a place that Urban could end up. I think Los Angeles for Urban Meyer would be a tough. I don't see him because LA is a big city.
Yeah.
But USC, I'm just
That's a tough area. USC.
I don't think you get a better situation though than USC.
Oh, coaching at USC.
I think he could dominate college football for 12 years if he went to USC.
I would, and you know what? and he might not even be thinking about that right now. It could, honestly, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say it is absolutely health. He sets out for a couple of years. He is at the age where he could absolutely be induced into coming back out of retirement again. I would not put him out of the picture.
Some program like USC, some program like LSU,
Texas,
they would throw
one of the great programs.
So much money at Urban Meyer. Yeah. So much money at Urban Meyer.
And lifestyle, and we'll do whatever you want, and he'd have it carte blanche, and he could call all the shots, and they say, here. And it'd be hard for him to walk away from it.
And there are programs, I'm just thinking of Lynn Swann. And Lynn Swann is sitting there and he's going, all right, I need a dynamic coach. I need a Pete Carroll again.
A proven coach.
I need someone that just can come in here and just lights out at USC.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I have that right now.
Yeah. I would say USC, number one threat. Yeah. LSU is another one. Maybe a UT Texas would come up.
Yeah, but they're kind of turning a corner.
Yeah, they're turning a corner. It's
kind of one of those programs where you go, maybe Auburn.
Yeah, an Auburn.
Maybe could you imagine Nick Saban at Alabama?
Ooh.
And Urban Meyer.
That could be some
Auburn.
good football right there.
Oh my goodness, that would be incredible.
That would be incredible. It could be, but he's in the power seat. He's in the ability to choose the right program at the right time. Urban's proven that he knows that he has the gift of doing that, just like he chose Utah at the right time when he came in there. It was just primed to take that next leap with the program, and he's got that gift, and that ability. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because I would not count Urban Meyer out of the picture. He retires now over the next 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden you see him pop back up and come to a program like that. That is
definitely
great.
All right, Urban Meyer has retired, but I believe
for now
we have not seen the end of Urban Meyer, and he'll pop up somewhere. I don't think he'll be in the NFL, but he'll pop up somewhere in college football, and it'll be a big place, and he'll do well again. All right, this round of rivals is over.
And I got to say goodbye. Off to my corner.
I'm not Jason Buck.
I'm not Scott Mitchell.
We are related. You can text Rivals to 65537. Go to those social sites, like us, dial, listen on that phone of yours. And until then, we'll catch you soon.